The Splendid light show is lighting up our sky, and the 100th anniversary of the CPC's light show is being staged in multiple cities so that we could review the 100 years of CPC. This miraculous light show is also the embodiment of the Chinese people's best wishes to the CPC. Today we're going to see light show in Linyi, Changchun, Qingdao, Jinan, and other cities. In Linyi, the old revolutionary bases were giving out new vitality in this new era. In Qingdao, the 248 architectures are taking the red elements into the shore to give us the magnificent history. And in Changchun, in the downtown area, the light neon lights are also giving out the dynamism. And in Jinan, the Olympic Center, and also Jinan West Railway Station and the Greenland, a lot of the red footprints are showing us the pathways of the CPC in the past 100 years. In Deqing, the fountain at the height of 800 meters are also giving us a new chapter of the CPC. Right now, where are you, and what is the most beautiful night sky in the country? You can leave your comment. Now, firstly, let's go to Linyi. As the southern gateway of Shandong province, Linyi has geographical advantages. The Yangtze Delta River has included Linyi to be an important place for village rejuvenation. Now, the red genes are being rewritten here in Linyi, and it's also showcased in the light show. Now, let's give this floor to reporter in Shandong. Dear viewers of CCTV, I am reporter Wu Yuhan of Shandong TV. I am now by the riverside of Linyi. Through our camera, you could see the neon lights and the light show on the buildings. We could see the Mengshan Mountain and the slogan to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the CPC right above the Linyi River. It's like the flags are floating right above the river. We could see the whole view of the city here by the Yi River. On the opposite of me, that's the west bank of the Yi River, and it's also the main downtown area in the city. And at the night time, we could see the festivity here through the lights. And for city buildings, Linyi have designed the thematic light show to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the CPC. Now we could see the words "Long live the CPC" on the buildings, and it takes the red color as the background color, and the characters are written in yellow. Not just characters, of course. We could see the slogans like "Long live the Chinese people," "Long live the PRC," and the "Long live the unity of all ethnicities." We live as one, and we share one destiny. We carry forward the red genes in Yimeng. If we look rightward, you could see the TV tower of Linyi. The height is 326 meters. That's the highest tower at the municipal level. It's also the first TV tower to be equipped with the glass facade walls. It's also at the back of the northern city by the side of the Yi River. It's also at the conjunction point of the old downtown area and the new district. The city is all lighted up. The neon lights are trespassing all corners of the city, and as far as we can see the green land and the broad roads. Now we are moving to the left side. We could see the Xingdongguan district. That's also one of the main districts of restoring the old towns, but it also has retained the features of the old town. There are 121 specialized wholesale markets and over 100 logistics centers, so this place is called the hub of logistics. Now, because of the double circulation and the favorable transportation channels, the warehousing and logistics are being combined together in Linyi, and Linyi is marching towards a modern metropolis under the framework of the BRI. And as you can see, the characters and the lights are changing on the buildings. The CPC is embracing the 100th anniversary, and we are also uniting together. The lights are not just lighting up the city, but also the new development pathways of the old city. We have remained true to our initial mission in the past 100 years. In the revolutionary years, the Chinese people have showcased their Yimeng spirit, but in this new era, that spirit is also seen, encouraging the Yimeng people to forge ahead. All of those 1,250 poverty-stricken villages have been helped during the poverty alleviation campaign, and village rejuvenation is being initiated. So, because of the policies of the city's development, people here are enjoying a better livelihood. More tourists are paying visits to this city. Now let's invite Mr. Chen to introduce to us about tourism development in Linyi. Linyi boasts rich tourism resources. We have 156 A-level tourist spots. Among all the municipalities, we ranking among the top. And as to the 5A tourist spots, for example, the Yimeng Caves and Yimeng Mountain, and we also have 26 4A tourist spots. With the daily transformation of the city, we are trying to develop more diverse tourism resources. And today, I would love to recommend a special tourism route to you. It's for leisure, because if you walk on the route, you could meet cultural resources, ecological resources, and also the Red Revolutionary memories. And if you enter into the memorial for the revolution, it's about 2 kilometers away from here. And you are going to have a very comprehensive understanding about the history of Linyi. In the early years of the wars, about 1.2 million people joined the army, and 100,000 locals in Yimeng area sacrificed their lives for the revolution. And from that memorial, we could further walk westward. For 500 meters far, we are going to reach the bank of Yihe River. That's also our mother river. In 2017, it was listed into the top 10 rivers in China. And now you could see the beautiful light show alongside the river. It's very beautiful. And then we are going to reach the Yimeng Plaza, where you could see the sculptures with the elements of the war. On the plaza, we hope to render convenient services to the common people. So we create such a big public space with beautiful landscape in the surroundings, and many ordinary people are dancing or just taking a leisure here, walking on the plaza. And if we walk along the river northward, within 2 kilometers distance, we are going to reach Sanhekou, which is actually the conjunction point of 3 rivers, including the Yi River. In history, Linyi used to be a famous tourist city, particularly after raining. You could see the serenity of the river, and when it crosses against the other river, it's magnificent. You can also see the TV tower. It's very unique. Although in terms of the TV tower's design, it looks like the brush, so Linyi is also known as a hub of calligraphy. And as to the shapes of the buildings, it looks like a phoenix, with the good wish that Linyi will take off again just like the flying phoenix. As I said, Linyi is a renowned city of calligraphy, so on the light show you could enjoy a lot of the calligraphy works of the masters. And you can pay visit to Shushenge Pavilion to enjoy the calligraphy works. Thank you, Mr. Chen, for your comprehensive introduction. You did give us a lot of new insights into Linyi's tourism. If we walk further along the river, there will be the Beicheng New District. It's also a miniature of the Yimeng development in the new era. During the anti-Japanese invasion war and the liberation war, Linyi used to be a revolutionary base. So there are a lot of relics in Yimeng constituting the red culture. For example, the Xinsi Jun and Balu Jun used to reside here in Linyi. And there used to be the Yimeng Six Sisters. So a lot of heroes in Yimeng have carried forward their spirit in this new era. With the new outlook, Yimeng is speeding up its development. It's embracing the modernization as a city in the Yangtze River Delta area. The Splendid China and the 100 years of the CPC are giving us a sight of friendship and a history. So today's Linyi is spectacular against the lights. Thank you. Dear viewers, you are watching the special edition of CCTV. So where are you right now and what are you feeling? You can share with us on our comment. And what's the most beautiful night city? And we will read through your comments. One commentator said, "The beautiful Linyi welcomes you." Another one says, "I am crying out looking at the beautiful scenery. I love my motherland." Another comment reads, "I envy the reporter for being on the site, and I want to follow the guide of the CPC forever." Now let's turn to Qingdao City. It's a coastline city. In the past 100 years, CPC has lighted up the new torch and awakening the new era. In Qingdao, 248 buildings were lighted up tonight. Now let's turn to Teng Hui's, the local reporter in Qingdao, to bring us to the nighttime in Qingdao. Good evening, everyone. I am Teng Huizi in Qingdao. Speaking of Qingdao, maybe it sounds like a very beautiful coastal city. Actually, in addition to that, Qingdao has a lot of colors. I'm gonna mention some colors. If you've visited Qingdao, those colors will bring you the vivid pictures. For example, the blue sky, the green trees, the red rooftops, and the yellow bubbles of the beer. When the night falls, all of the colors will hide behind the night, and Qingdao exhibits another shade of color with its unique beauty. So, what's the most beautiful sight in Qingdao during the night? There will be one shared answer, that is the Fushan Gulf. I am now in the best spot to look at the light show here in the Fushan Gulf. All of the buildings are already lighted up, and the first sight is the beautiful coastline under the lights. We feel the romance and splendor. Behind me, around the red sculpture, that plaza is a landmark here in Qingdao. It's called the May 4th Plaza, and all of the lights in the surrounding buildings are bright. Speaking of the plaza, it's indeed a milestone. The May 4th movement paved the way for CPC development ideologically, and for the plaza, it was named after this movement. The whole sculpture is a rotating wind that reflects our anti-feudalism and patriotism spirits. Once our citizens and visitors walk on the plaza, we will reminiscent of the stories once happening here. One sparkle can light up the whole grassland. The torch lighted by the CPC awakened all Chinese people in this new era and also lighted up the pathway of Qingdao's development. The over 240 buildings are lighted now in Qingdao. We are now seeing the 56 architecture along the coastline. They already give out the theme of today. Fushan Gulf is home to the largest number of buildings in one complex. Now we are seeing a thematic light show to celebrate the 100th anniversary, and it wants to exhibit the spirit of remaining true to our mission in the development path. And the party's emblem and the rising suns and other thematic patterns are being pictured here on the buildings. We hope to showcase our determination to follow the path of the CPC. So I will interpret the stories behind the light show. This is a red boat. Red boat is the starting point of CPC's history. The red boat is sailing slowly, and then the Jinggangshan meeting of the army and the long march will also be the themes on the building's light show. And just now we were seeing a red piece of silk. And also we will see the logos of the Olympic and the BRI. This place used to be a sailing competition venue during the 2008 Summer Games, and the white boats on the ocean used to be a beautiful scenery here. Next, we're gonna see the sunrise. Against red, such a rising sun and the characters to celebrate the CPC's centenary anniversary are being presented. So those buildings are truly looking technology-based with the light show. And Long March number 1, number 2 carrier rockets launch, the Shenzhou number 5 manned spaceship will also be shown in the light show. We are really proud of our motherland's development. Ever since 2008, the SCO Qingdao Summit was being held here. Qingdao started to attract new attention, and Qingdao was marching in the front line of higher level of reform and opening up. And because of its own development, Qingdao has matchmaked with over 80 sister cities. That's almost the largest number among its peers. And Qingdao is oriented to the whole globe. In this new era, Qingdao positions itself to develop double circulations domestically and internationally in order to seek higher quality development. Qingdao will increase the competitiveness of the city and have digital transformation to become a pivot of double circulation in China and also a bridge strategically between China and abroad. It wants to build itself into a fashionable modern city. In the light show, Qingdao wants to exhibit the prosper and vitality of the city. Qingdao turned from a small fishing village to a prosperous metropolis. As we all know, Qingdao is also a fashionable international city. Looking back in the past 130 years, we have to be hopeful about the brighter future, and Qingdao is already on the way. Now, on the Fushan Gulf, we are enjoying this beautiful light show, and I believe a lot of people are sacrificing and contributing to this beautiful light show, so we would want to learn more. Now let's invite Director Sun. The thematic light show was initiated since the 21st, and I heard that you spent every night here. The light show is one of the important works of our bureau, the Qingdao Municipal City Management Bureau, and since the 21st, every team member has been staying on their post. With those delicate light shows, we are well received and recognized by the citizens, so it all worth it. So the staff members really did hard work. Could you introduce more about the Fushan Gulf? Fushan Gulf has become a very famous tourist spot, and the short video has been an important carrier to promote this area. It's also an important promotion for the whole city. We hope to tell Qingdao's story to present how Qingdao is turning into a modern metropolis. Now the light show is fully exhibited, and for that purpose, a lot of staff members are working very hard to guarantee its perfection. Could you introduce more about the story? Ever since we were assigned this task, about 500 people were dispatched. And in Fushan Gulf alone, there are 30 staff members. And there are a lot of first-line workers. In addition to the main venue of Fushan One Gulf, in the new district in the west side and Chenyang district, have seen our other venues, all of the staff members staying on their post 24/7. So in every of such building, there will be staff members. Behind the beautiful light show, Our staff members on the site sacrificed a lot. They will have the inspection of the equipment and respond to any emergency. So during the light show, if there is any problem, those staff members staying on the site will give a response immediately and try to restore the light show. There must be different chapters of the light show. For the light show in Fushan Wan Golf, we have 3 chapters. One is about marching forward against the headwinds. The second is about the new development mission. And the third chapter is about going towards prosperous future. And you yourself is a CPC member. This is your beautiful product. Now seeing its perfect exhibition, what are you feeling? As a member of our team, we try hard to guarantee the smooth presentation of this light show, and we are recognized by the citizens. This is like our gift to the CPC. I have 25 years as a CPC member. As a veteran CPC member, I want to give my best wishes to the motherland and the CPC. That's what's on my mind right now. Since 21st of June till now, every day you are receiving a lot of tourists for this light show. Any reminder or tip? The best spot for the light show is the Olympic Center and the number 3rd Ocean Bay. During this time, there will be repeated presentation of the light show lasting from 1940 till 21. So during July, we can see this light show repeatedly. We have our plan. While celebrating the 100th anniversary, we're also gonna present the other shows, for example, about Qingdao's promotion. So we, in addition to watching the CPC-themed light show, there will be more shows about Qingdao City. Yes, we welcome our visitors to come to Qingdao. Thank you, Mr. Sun. As we mentioned, a lot of visitors come very early for a perfect spot. Now behind us we can see a rectangular angle. That's the best spot for photography. At around 5 to 6 o'clock in the evening today, I saw some photographers taking their professional cameras here waiting for the light show. The moment the lights were on, a lot of photographers were very nervous. Even our photographer were wrapped up by the other numerous photographers. So with us, we want to invite one of them. Could you please introduce to us about yourself? We are graduates of Tianjin University. We are here for our graduation tour. Is this your first time here in Qingdao? Yes, my first time. It's a beautiful city, a coastal city with a favorable climate. And the Qingdao people have strong hospitality. So, what's the beauty of Qingdao? The beauty is about the scenery, the ocean, and the people. We are at ease seeing the ocean. But what about the food? Those seafood are really good, even the dumplings and the shells. We have different names for it. Some of them call it gala here in Qingdao. In some other cities, we may call it huage. Since you're from the other cities, and there are many places chosen for the light show, why are you coming directly for this spot? Yesterday we saw the light show. Today we want to find a more proper place, and we checked online, and here we are. So many netizens are recommending this spot for the light show online. Yes. My friends referred it to me as well. And what are you feeling right now? It's really exciting and fascinating. since we are celebrating the 100th anniversary of CPC, are any of you CPC member? 3 of you. So how about sharing with us about your feeling as a party member? I see the light show is being combined with this theme of the 100th anniversary of CPC. It's quite significant. As a CPC member, China is growing more prosperous and stronger. In 2022, there will be the Beijing Winter Olympic Games. I'm really looking forward to it. China is developing at a faster pace, and China contributed tremendously to the fight against COVID-19. China regains its position internationally. So, as a CPC member, I feel the burden on my shoulders. Any more? Watching the light show, I saw the words of remaining true to our initial mission. This reminds me, as a CPC member, of the fact that I need to be an example in my future work and my lives. I do want to put into practice the slogan of serving the people. And I want to add something. Watching the light show, the most impressive thing to me is about the Shenzhou 12 launched days ago. I am very proud of China. As a student and as a CPC member, we also must carry on the mission of the nation and study hard so as to contribute to the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation in the future. We are seeing and feeling the strength of the young generation, and there will be heavier burden on the shoulders of the CPC members. So how about everyone giving one sentence best wish to our nation? Better development, national security, better livelihood, happiness for people, and a burgeoning nation. Thank you all. I see the future of China on them. So, a kind reminder, the light show in Qingdao started since June the 21st and it lasts until the end of July, and it starts from 7:40 in the evening till 9 o'clock in the evening. Dear viewers, that's all about Qingdao Light Show. Thank you, Huizi. Dear CCTV viewers, you are now watching the special program of CCTV. So from where you are, watching the light show of Qingdao just now, what are you feeling right now? We welcome your sharing. One comment goes, the most beautiful scenery is China's pathways, and those light shows can exhibit the images of the city, and it's really inspiring. Another comment goes, 100 years of history shows us the unswerving commitment of the CPC. So what's the most beautiful nighttime scenery on your mind? Now let's visit Jinan. To celebrate the 100th anniversary of CPC, Jinan has collected 150 works, and from a multi-dimension, it's showing us the past history of the CPC and how, under the leadership of the CPC, Jinan has undergone great transformations. My colleague Cha Andong in Jinan, it's your turn. You must know that I'm in the spring city of Jinan. 100 years ago, a lot of heroes were toiling on the ground for the new history. And now let's follow the scenery by the drones. This is the center of the downtown, with the height of 303 meters. The 100 years of history are behind us, and we are now restarting a new journey. Without the CPC, there will be no splendid modern China and modern Jinan. This is also the place of a conjunction of history and modernity. There are beautiful light shows in the commercial area. And this is the must-go place for the night economy in Jinan. In recent years, to meet people's need of consumption at night, Jinan has made it into its city's development plan to develop a unique spring night market. From the sky, we can see Baotu Spring, the city or the rivers around the city, and Baotuquan. We are seeing the red colors among the lights and the modern view of the city. The spring water is also interacting with Daminghu Lake. Here, Jinan is creating the light show for the tourists. Those light shows are very splendid. In the Daming Lake, the light show is giving us a snapshot of the fundamental culture of the city with over 1,000 years of history. In Jinan West Station, the light show is in 3D. The red silk belt is flying freely. The light show is imposing upon our sights. And there are 2 big screens with the advanced presentation technologies. Jinan is presenting us the unique features of the city. For example, Baotuquan Spring, Daminghu Lake. And the 2 3D screens for naked eyes are really helping us. It's really 3-dimensional and vertical. It's like walking among the sceneries. Jinan is a transportation hub. The Jinan West Railway Station is turning into a comprehensive transportation hub, and Jinan has become a modernized city. Now, let's follow the trunk road, Qingshi Road. Everywhere in the city, we can see the red lights. We can see a network of transportation and numerous vehicles walking on the roads. Such modern transportation system is improving people's traveling condition, improving their livelihood, and allowing Jinan to be integrated into the new development landscape and speeding up its pace of development. Now, this is the Olympic Center and also the main venue for the light show. We can feel the modernity and the vitality here. This is an important carrier of the Dongcheng Development Plan. The Great Wall, the Red Boat are the themes in the light show. Those red pictures are sparkling on the buildings. And the characters like "Long live the great CPC," the marvelous struggling of the CPC gave birth to the Yan'an spirit, the anti-fascist war spirit, Jinggangshan spirit, and so on. Those spirits in the modern era have helped us to conquer difficulties of development. In the night sky, those shouts of lights are just like the music, converging together to inspiring rhythm. With this light show, Jinan is paying tribute to the CPC's centenary, and a lot of locals are stopping by to take photos of this memorable night. In March, Jinan convened the first light show competition, soliciting ideas of all the nation, attracting a lot of designing firms and teams. Everyone is giving their best wishes to the CPC with their masterpieces. And in this competition, we have collected 150 good works. Every one is an embodiment of their insights and inspiration for this purpose. Many people have taken the videos. So we have successfully created the atmosphere for the 100th anniversary. Jinan is a city of happiness with mountains, springs, rivers, and lakes giving out their unique charm. Jiefang River and Qianfu Mountain are all the landmark sceneries. The modern architecture and the beautiful natural sceneries are working and reinforcing each other to highlight the civilized Jinan, ecology-based Jinan. The magnificent Yellow River Bridge, the railways and metros, and the fitness of the locals are all exhibiting. People are sharing the development outcomes. And Jinan is dedicated to improving people's welfare. High-quality growth and other national strategies are being integrated into Jinan's city plans. Ecological civilization development, the regional coordinated development, and green is gold are being practiced here in Jinan. The city is combining different colors like blue and green and red. Jinan today is embracing unprecedented opportunities. Jinan is in the startup area for the transition from the old drivers to the new drivers. It's a city of 798 square kilometers. It's a futuristic city. Jinan carries on the responsibility of building up the whole province, and as a prosperous and strong city and a modernized city, scientific innovation is underpinning the city. The new drivers are emerging, GDP is making breakthroughs of trillions, and people's livelihood are being improved. The daily changes of Jinan City, as together with the gushing spring, are helping us to understand the vitality of the city. With the CPC's contribution, Jinan is coming to its best years. Reviewing the history about how many heroes have sacrificed to the city, now I want to say that the city is not failing you guys. Under the strenuous leadership of the CPC, the city is working together to embrace a better future. Without CPC, there will be no new China. And the beautiful light show in front of us shows us the happiness we have been pursuing. And today's China has beautiful mountains and rivers, and Jinan today is meeting our previous aspiration. Thank you, Chan Dong, for your introduction. Dear viewers, you're now watching our special program about the Splendid China, and our viewers can leave your comments. For example, if you're a newcomer, you can press 1. If you've always been with us in this program, you can leave 2. And now let's read through the comments. One goes, "How beautiful it is. I do want to come to the site for the light show. It's really a gala for the eyes." And another one says that in the first 100 years, the CPC leads China forward, and in the second 100 years, CPC will lead China to walk in the front. Another one goes that the history of CPC is about 100 years of carrying forward the spirit. Our next city show is in Changchun of Jinan province. There will be 23 different spots in Changchun to showcase the slogans and the colorful flags, particularly on the two opposite sides of the streets. The whole city is decorated with great festivity. Now, we will enjoy a clip videotaped by my colleague Ding Ding. Now, it's the hottest time here in summer, but in Jilin it's still quite cool. We welcome you to spend summer here in Jilin. So Jilin is really a land for summer vacation. And Changchun is also a green and livable city. Now let's enjoy the beautiful night views here in Changchun. It's Renmin Street. It's 14 kilometers long, and it connects the south and the north of the city as the main trunk road. And as we can see, the whole street is lighted up. This street also witnessed the glory of the city today and the past history. And we can see a building behind me with neon lights on it. We can see the emblem of the party, and the Jiefang Road is crossing by. The theme is that CPC is like a bright torch leading the Chinese people towards rejuvenation. The 100 years carry on our red genes, and we are still remaining true to our mission regardless of the 100 years. And now we are looking at a commercial complex in western Changchun. Changchun is not just an industrial base, it is also home to a lot of famous SOEs. As the Peter Enterprises, Changchun is home to the CR high-speed rail train and the automobile, Geely. And by 2025, the high-quality growth will make breakthroughs here as is planned in Changchun. People's livelihood will be improved, and Changchun is going to guarantee that the comprehensive rejuvenation will make breakthroughs so as to lay a solid foundation for the northeastern China's rejuvenation. And now let's look back at the downtown. This is Nanhu Park and Nanhu Bridge. The fountains, lighted up by the colorful lights, are showing us the beautiful waterways. And this is the core area of Changchun City. It's a beautiful park for the city. Recently, Changchun has dedicated a lot into the treatment ecologically to win the battle of the Blue Sky campaign. And the air quality shows that almost 85% throughout the whole year are seeing good high air quality. So green is gold is being felt here in Changchun. It has become a new normal for the locals. The fountain is also a place of resort for Changchun people. The biggest artificial forest make it the natural oxygen base, and it's called the Changchun's lung since the 18th National Congress. This Nanhu Lake Park is a true embodiment of green is gold. Blue skies, green waters, the green mountains, the wetlands, and so on are being improved. Since 2020, over 89.8% of all days throughout the whole year are seeing good air quality. Every summer there will be a light show. This year, the theme is about marching on the new journey with 100 years of history. When the night falls, this new park with movies and light shows become an ocean of lights. New dreams are being lighted. As the cradle of movies in China, Changchun was built during the war times and developed fastly. With the frames and the shots, we are opening a new chapter and making a lot of records. For example, a lot of very classic movies like 开国大典 are still giving us memories, showcasing the national spirit. Because of the movie spirit, the movie industry here is burgeoning here. The Changchun Movie Festival held just now has become a cradle of movies here since 18th National Congress. Changchun is practicing the people-orientedness spirit. The spiritual civilization development has borne a lot of fruits. So, standing on the new starting point, the new breakthroughs and new practices and new responsibilities are required. We must grasp the opportunity to practice the 14th five-year plan and practice the new development concept in order to bring about the new development landscape, to have comprehensive rejuvenation and a modernized new Jilin. Thank you, Bingbing, for your report. With the bright moonlights, the neon lights are also reinforcing the nighttime. The light show is like a beautiful pen painting the sky. And tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the evening, we're going to meet you again to pay visit to Hangzhou and Dalian to see the splendid China at the night. At the end of our show, we're going to show you the night light show videotaped in Deqing.